Canadian figure skaters Tessa and Scott Moir. We're celebrating success tonight at the 10th Annual Outstanding Women of Laurier event here at the Waterloo Inn. And if anybody understands success, it's tonight's keynote speakers. They are Canadian, Olympic, and world champions, Tessa and Scott Moir. Good to have you here in Waterloo Region.
Oh,
I should say again, because this isn't the first time you've been back. You were telling me, it goes right back to when the two of you started skating together. This was a training area for you.
It was. Even driving here sort of was a little walk down memory lane. We have such fond memories of the Waterloo region, and we went to school here for about 2 years at Blueville Collegiate and trained here overall maybe 7 years. So we spent a good portion of time here and really built the foundation of our skating career here.
Well, I'm wondering, does it ever get old for the two of you to hear you introduced as Canadian, Olympic, world champions? Does that ever get old for you?
I don't know if it's really hit yet, to be honest. Like sometimes when they go through, being Olympic champion, 2-time silver medalist, I think that they're introducing someone else.
Yeah, it's very disconnected.
Yeah, I don't really feel like that's really us, but what's great is to come back to a community like this and feel the support and the people that were really there rooting for you through those times, both in Vancouver and in Sochi.
We're talking a lot about success here tonight and celebrating successful female athletes. For you, a lot of people would look at the trophies and the medals and say, that's success. They're successful. I'm wondering, though, for the two of you, how you define success.
That's a great question. I think we've always been about the process, and success for us was setting a goal and working as hard as humanly possible to achieve it. So yes, you're right. I think it's glamorous from the outside. We're traveling, we get to meet wonderful people. We're always in costumes and full makeup, but there were so many sacrifices that went into our accomplishments and so many things we had to give up, so much time and energy and so many bumps along the road, to put it mildly. But I think that's really what is so rewarding. And we're happy to be here tonight celebrating women's athletics. I think we're all about empowering women, and it's amazing when you see what the funds have been raised so far with dinners like this. It really makes such a difference.
It makes a huge difference. And we're celebrating their success in an athletic endeavor, but also celebrating success outside of the realm of sports. They're academics. They're good people in the community who are mentoring and giving back. And I know all of those things are important to the two of you too. And now you become the mentors. You're the people that are, in the community doing those great things too.
Well, that's when kind of our accomplishments can really be helpful to the community, kind of give back. And we've always felt so lucky to have that support and have the opportunities that we had in our career. And, it's always a great feeling and kind of the most rewarding thing that you get out of being an athlete, just kind of turning around and giving that back to young people. And it is so great to see these young women with kind of balancing the academic and the athletic career, as well as giving back to the youth movement of sport. And it is a really warm and fuzzy feeling for Tessa and I just to be here and to support that, and I'm sure it's going to be a fun and very successful night.
Well, there are a lot of people, when you made the announcement that this was not going to be a competition year for you, you decided to take that step back and take some time off, wondering, okay, well, what's next for them? What is going to be happening? So let's get a little bit caught up and find out what you've been doing since you've had the year off.
Well, we're taking feedback, so if anybody has any ideas on what is next, that'll be great. But what goes with kind of being on TV all the time, the Olympic Championships, and is the commitment. And Tessa and I always loved what we did, and we love working together, and we love skating on the ice. It was hard work, but we really enjoyed it day in and day out. And we knew that we needed some time off, and we wanted to stay true to that. So we're doing some touring right now, which is a lot of fun. We'll be doing our Across Canada tour coming up in about a month or so, and I've got to travel the world a little bit, Switzerland, Japan, and have really been kind of taking that in, as well as doing things outside of skating, which is fun as well. But as you said, now kind of taking time, getting back into our communities, also getting back to sport at a grassroots level is very important to us.
Doing a little bit of coaching on the side of that must be fun again.
Yeah, it's been a bit of fun. It's very different to go back, and it's a different level. I mean, we were at the top of our game, and it was really interesting. But now going back and seeing kids that are doing sport for fun, it's you forget that side exists, kind of. So getting back to that, it was really refreshing.
And for you, Tessa, I know it's been a lot of book work.
That's
a lot of studying for you.
Yes, yeah, I was able to take a few more courses. I'm very close to finishing my psychology degree, and that's always been important to me to maintain that balance. I found it was a healthy outlet for me as we were training. So I'm just in the final stages of that degree, which is really motivating, and then looking beyond at maybe some graduate stuff.
And people will be able to see you, kind of alluded to this, that you're going to be back on the ice, and Stars on Ice.
Yeah.
People will see you across Canada as you participate in that. And is that fun again, that more recreation than, profession again?
We've had so much fun putting together these new programs for Stars on Ice, simply because it was a blank canvas. We could come to the table with the craziest ideas and work with different choreographers on different styles of movement and really not take into consideration what judges may think. And to have that flexibility to step out onto the ice and perform without feeling constantly criticized or scrutinized and just in that competitive sphere, I think it's done wonders for our artistic souls in a sense, because it's so different performing just for the fans and to create an entertaining show.
Yeah, it brings the love back for the sport. I mean, it's been so nice to be on the ice and really just create without boundaries. And, it's kind of the year after the Olympics is tough because there's a lot going on, but kind of going forward now, hopefully we can kind of keep down that path.
Well, I know that ice dance isn't the only ice sport that the two of you like. I know that you're both hockey fans. And it just so happens that your London Knights are taking on our Kitchener Rangers in a little thing called the OHL playoffs coming up. And I know while you're passionate about your Knights, from all of us here in Waterloo Region, we have a little gift for you, and from our friends at the Kitchener Rangers.
That's so nice.
They wanted you to have this swag bag full of items from them. So, maybe, I don't know whether we can pull you over to our side or not for the playoffs.
That's a good start, that's for sure.
Who knows, maybe we'll see you back at the arena, the odd, instead of, practicing there, we'll see you cheering on our Kitchener Rangers, maybe.
Yeah, thank you so much for this. That's wonderful.
Well, we really look forward to hearing you tonight, and thank you so much for joining us. It's been a pleasure meeting both of you.
Likewise.
Okay, and we're back with more Daytime in just a moment. Stay with us.